Hi, I'm Dr. Paul Jenkins, and today on this video, we're counting down the top 10 parenting challenges. Parenting is definitely one of the most challenging and one of the most rewarding activities on the planet. Let's get to those challenges. Coming in at number 10. Getting kids to listen. If you do a quick search on this channel of the most viewed videos, you're going to find one of them is how to get kids to listen without yelling. This challenge, along with many of the others that we'll talk about today, come from a parent's need to control a situation. It's not about control, it's about connection. And when kids feel heard, they tend to listen better as well. Challenge number 9, managing sibling rivalry. I can't remember how many times as the kids were growing up I heard, "Dad, he did this. Mom, she did that." There are conflicts that arise. Anytime we put two different people together, we're going to have conflict. And siblings don't get to vote about which family they show up in. Sometimes these family relationships are just dropped in our lap, and we get to learn to deal with other people in that way. As a parent, it's probably more important to focus on peacemaking skills than it is to solve every quarrel that comes up. Challenge number 8. Dealing with backtalk or disrespect. This one stings a little because our kids treat us in ways that we never would have treated our own parents. At least that's the story we like to tell. Usually backtalk or disrespectful language is a way for children to test boundaries or limits. And it doesn't necessarily mean anything about how much they love you or not. They're not rejecting you. They are just trying to test the limits. And that's part of what helps them to feel safe in this world where they don't experience a lot of control yet. Parenting challenge number 7, navigating screen time battles. This is still a relatively new challenge that's almost universal now because technology is so prevalent. Technology is not going away. We need to teach and lead, often by example, and not just limit or restrict. At some point, our kids are going to make their own decisions about what they're going to do with the screens. Let's use this time to help them learn the principles that can help them to truly be successful in this growing technological world. Coming in at number 6 on our top 10 list, enforcing boundaries without yelling. I want you to remember something in this moment. Whoever is most upset will lose the power struggle. Kids know this and they're really good at it. What if you as a parent could maintain your calmness? My friend Nicolene Peck says it this way: calm voice, calm face, calm body. If you as a parent can maintain all three of those, that puts you back in control of a situation where you might not experience a lot of control. Challenge number 5 is balancing work and family life. I think one of the reasons this is so challenging is because kids typically are spending up to 100% of their time trying to figure out how to get what they want. Well, you as a parent have many other things on your mind, including running this household and what are we going to have for dinner and how are we going to pay that power bill. That's why it's challenging. Remember, perfection is not the goal. It's progress, continuing to move forward. I like the way my friend Jess Pettit put this in her book, Good Enough Now. She said, do the best you know how to do with what you have some of the time. That gives us a little bit of breathing room, doesn't it? Parenting challenge number 4 is coping with tantrums or emotional outbursts. Emotional regulation starts with your emotional regulation. Children are not developmentally equipped to manage the sometimes intense feelings and emotions that come over them. And there will be a certain number of tantrums and emotional outbursts. This is normal. One way to think about this is the storm. If you left the windows open on your car and you can kind of see the storm clouds gathering out there, what do? You go shake your fist at the heavens, right? And you say, "Don't start with me." No, you close your windows. You batten down the hatches. You weather the storm. Storms always pass. So stay emotionally calm as a parent and model that for your kids. Parenting challenge number 3, dealing with guilt. I don't know why this one crops up so often, but it certainly does. When we feel that we've failed somehow, and then we feel tremendous guilt over that. One of the best remedies I know for guilt and shame is gratitude for the profound, rich, abundant life that you already have, for the good things that you've done as a parent. The fact that you're here watching this video tells me that you're a good parent, you're a conscious parent. Thank you for that. Let's practice some grace and gratitude to get away from the guilt and the shame. The number 2 challenge that I see parents facing is burnout and overwhelm. If you're running on empty, it's really hard to pour into your family. And as we already talked about, you've got a lot on your plate. That means self-care is not a luxury. It's a necessity. You get to take care of you. I still remember a very tragic case early in my career where 3 young kids had to take care of their parents who were not just burned out and overwhelmed, but also addicted and trapped in some of their lifestyle choices. It's tragic when kids are in that position. Take care of you. You are the best number 1 asset that you bring to the table when it comes to raising these kids. We need you to be fully functional. And the number 1 challenge that parents face is wondering whether they're a good enough parent. Okay, let's settle this question right now, shall we? The fact that you're watching this video tells me a lot about you. You are a good parent. Even wondering if you're a good enough parent is evidence that you are. Because parents who are not good parents never wonder that. They don't worry about being a good enough parent. But you do, don't you? That tells me something about you. Again, let's practice lots of grace and forgiveness for ourselves where it matters the most. You are a good parent. You are doing everything that you know to do. And as you know better, you do better. That's why I'm so glad that you're here on this channel. And you don't have to do this alone. We've got your back here at Live on Purpose. Make sure that you're subscribed to this channel so that we can continue to provide to you these kinds of resources that will help you to become a more conscious parent. Are you ready to move from surviving to thriving as a parent, to overcome some of these common challenges? We've got you. Come on over to our free webinar that we've put together just for you. We're going to spend a little time together diving a little deeper into positive parenting and what that means for you and how you can implement it immediately. drpauljenkins.com/parenting. We've got your back.